All right, this episode is going to be intentionally brief, okay? Last week, I shot and edited the entire episode on Sunday. Tonight's Thursday night. I want to get it shot, hopefully edit tomorrow night, Friday, because I got a big weekend coming up. I got some traveling to do. I have to jump in the car. So I want to have this ready to go. So simple, short episode, but we come out on Sunday no matter what. So I got home from work, I went out to the gardens, and I pulled all this beautiful rucola, okay? Rocket, arugula, whatever you want to call it. It's just banging out there now, but soon it's going to bolt and go to seed because the weather's getting warm. It's starting to flower already, so it's time to get it out of the ground before it gets bitter where you can't even eat it, okay? In the cool early spring, I harvest it by just snapping off leaves because they'll keep coming. But by now, I just pulled the plants right out of the ground by the roots, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go over to the board. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay, so here's our arugula, nice and clean, spun out to dry. But here's what I wanted to show you. If you look, it's just starting to sort of bud and flower. See that? See if I can get that to focus. There's a flower top. Now I caught them just in time. I'm going to snap those off. They're a little fuzzy, and if you let those go another 4 or 5 days at the most, maybe a couple of days, these things will flower, and then they just get, arugula is bitter by nature, but it'll just get inedible. Just too nasty bitter. However, I say that for salads. When you cook it, it's a different story. It completely changes the flavor profile. So I get those flower buds off, got some nice leaves, and we want the stems. I get the very bottom where it all comes together stem, I'll get rid of. Okay, this looks pretty good. I take out all the yellowed leaves, break them up a little, and what we're going to do with this, I'm going to show you a dish that was taught to me, again, by Vincenzo. And at this point in time, I don't think I should have to explain who Vincenzo is. If you don't know, start going to some back episodes, all right? So look at that beautiful pile of early summer arugula. It's so peppery. In fact, let me check it out. See where we are in the... No, it's gorgeous. You could still make a salad just of this with oranges. Shaved Parmigiano Reggiano. It's one of my favorite greens. All right, but let's see how we're going to use it in this dish, all right? Over to the stove. Come on. Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, I love this dish because you're going to be blown away by how simple this thing is, but how freaking good it is. All right, I got my water boiling, a little salt, right? And I'm going to drop some pasta. Tonight I'm using penne. You can use whatever you want, okay? Get the penne in the water. Told you this before. Give it one stir. Less important with the penne than with the stringy pastas like spaghetti and linguine. But you just want to sort of give them one separation around by stirring them and then leave it alone, okay? So let's let that cook a little, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with this rucola. All right, let's see where we're at here. The key to this is, as always, the al dente. It's going to be hot. Whoops. Okay, perfect. So now, we take our rucola. Okay, I didn't chop it or anything. I just washed it. This is the beauty of this dish. In with the pasta. This is the dish, man. Pasta and arugula cooked in the same pot. And you're basically just blanching that arugula with your penne or whatever pasta you decide to use. Okay, let that cook for another minute or two. The pasta was sort of semi al dente, so now it'll finish with the greens. Now you could pour this through a colander. I'm just going to use my slotted spoon. Get some of the pasta water off. A little bit of it is fine. It's got our salt in it, right? Simpler dish? I don't think so. Not many out there. All right. Let's bring this over to the board and finish her up. Come on. Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Oh man, you can smell that arugula. I'm telling you, there's something about cooking it as opposed to eating it raw that just changes it. A little extra virgin olive oil. I'll go with a little Parmigiano Reggiano. I'll go with a lot of Parmigiano Reggiano. A few flakes of pepperoncini. And let's see what we got here. This is the simplest pasta dish in the universe. You just throw, you know, you can saute the greens with garlic and olive oil. That's a whole nother way. But when I saw this from Vince, oh man, here's the situation. Those greens, they still have a crunch to them. They're just blanched. So simple, so good. And the thing is, go to your market, get your arugula, but fresh picked out of the ground, 10 minutes before pot, elevates this thing into the stratosphere. I'm telling you, man. Saluti. Pasta con rucola. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. I'm freaking pumped.
Come on, let's do it.
It completely changes the flavor. It completely changes the flavor profile.